Hello, traders. FS Speculator here. Today is Thursday, so happy Thursday, and it is March 13th. So, how is everybody doing today? Hopefully, fairly well. Ben, the dollar has been painfully range bound for believe 6 days now. One, two, three, four, five, six. Yeah, 6 days. Basically, no price action whatsoever. We in an extremely tight little range-bound area on the U.S. dollar that itself. Some of the U.S. dollar pairs are moving somewhat decent, but boy, the dollar index, I don't really remember seeing 6 days in a row of doji candles like this in a while. I guess way back here there was probably about 6 to 8 days in a row. Right there was probably about 6 to 8 days. So I guess it does definitely happen once in a while, but boy, it is painful when it happens, huh? Very range bound. So, so yeah, let's see if what we got going on. I'm gonna just jump right into it today and start taking requests from the people in the chats because yeah, the dollar pairs are so range bound. I mean, honestly, some of the best opportunities right now are definitely not on the major dollar pairs. Probably some of the best opportunities are definitely on some of the other pairs. The yen is itself is actually pretty range bound right now too. If you look at it on the daily time frame. We pretty much since I think it was like March 25th. Yeah, no, I mean sorry, February 25th. So almost a month now. The JPY pairs have been pretty sideways also. So JPY and US dollar have been pretty badly range bound. That's for sure. So I'm just gonna jump right into it. If anybody does have any requests, definitely put them in the chats. I'd be more than happy to look at anything. I'm watching the chats on YouTube. Used. Let's see. Yeah, definitely. I'll look at gold for you. It said it will be a significant give my 100K US back. I was selling. Yeah, well, let's look at gold real quick because obviously this is kind of the part that I don't know, kind of honestly kind of annoys me a little bit because I was said about gold. I've been nailing gold like so correctly. It's unbelievable. But I said that if gold bounces at a fib level and breaks structure, that it would probably make for a really good short. But I also said that if it doesn't and it continues to make high, low, then it would continue to be a really good long probably. So what has gold done? Did gold definitely break at a fib level? I don't even have the fib on there anymore than I had because it broke out to the top side, but I had this fib from here to here, from this high down to this low. And for days I've been saying to keep an eye on your fib levels. If you get a Fibonacci bounce and a break of structure, then you will have a nice short. Price went down at a Fibonacci level. Did it break structure? No, it made a higher low. Price went up, went down. Did it break structure? No, it made a higher low. Higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. Where was the entry to go short on gold? I'm kind of curious where your short entry was because I definitely don't see a short entry on gold, not even remotely. I mean, I say this almost every single day in my videos. I say, if you get a fib bounce and a break of structure, then that would be most likely the end of a trend. So yeah, definitely, I do not see a sorting opportunity whatsoever on gold. Do you? Yeah, there you go. You made 6,000 buying gold. So you're the man. That's exactly what you should be doing. Why would you be selling gold when there's no break of structure, no reason to sell gold? I said that yes, it could go down at a fib level, but instead it made a higher low, it made a higher low, and it's still in an uptrend. I've been talking about this 261.8% Fibonacci extension for probably months, at least a month or so now. So I'm just kind of curious where your sort was because I definitely don't see a sorting opportunity. Honestly, it might not even be a wave B anymore. Anyways, it's probably more likely a wave. It's probably more likely the wave five right now. Not even. So yeah, kind of a misconception. A lot of people see me talk about, oh, it looks like gold or something could go down lots. But I also always say that you need to see a Fibonacci bounce. You need to see price go to a fib level, bounce. make another bounce, and then break structure. That is what a sorting opportunity looks like. If this is your Fibonacci zone right here, and price goes up, bounces from that zone, goes up, bounces from that zone, makes a higher low, makes a higher low, goes up, makes a higher low, goes up, makes a higher low. Where's the sorting opportunity? I definitely don't see a sorting opportunity. So yeah, if you were selling, then that's your own fault because I definitely never said that there was a sort. I said there could be a sort, but I also said that if you don't see a fib bounce and a break of starter, that the sort was not there. So I do apologize if you had a big losing trade, but honestly, that's definitely your own fault. So, anyways, I've been talking about this 261% Fibonacci extension for quite a while because that's also a target for wave three. If you go all the way up to the much, much higher time frames, like the monthly time frame, we are very obviously still in a wave three. This is very obviously a one, two, three, four, five. I do think at some point we could go down and make a big old giant wave four, but we don't have any breaker structure down, so there's been no reason to get on the sell side on gold in any significant way whatsoever. And at this point, I would expect it to go up to at least the 261.8, and it doesn't even have to stop there. It could bounce, go up, bounce, make a higher low, and keep going up. So just because you see me talk about a fib level doesn't mean that I'm gonna go short there. I would go short there if I saw a bounce, if another push up, a bounce, and a break of structure. Is a huge difference between a fib bounce with no break of structure than a like double top 345 shape with a break of structure that continues the downtrend. So I personally would still be looking for logs, and like I said, there has not been any reason whatsoever to go short on gold. I think it's going to go up to at least a 261.8. If it goes up there, bounces, and then goes up and bounces and breaks structure, then that's going to be a really good sorting opportunity. Otherwise, if you don't see this picture, then there is no reason to go short. It could literally just go up there and bounce, go down, and then go up some more past this Fibonacci level. So be very careful with assuming things are over because that's how you lose a whole bunch of money. So especially, it sounds like you didn't use a stop loss, which is probably one of the dumbest things I could think of possibly doing in the market. You definitely need to have a some sort of a stop loss, that's for sure. So, anyways, let me start going through and taking requests. We just looked at gold, so that's all done with. Massive, massive drawdown. Why? Why are you going short on gold with no stop loss? And why did you go short on gold in the first place? There was definitely no reason to go short on gold unless you were on like the 1 minute time frame just trying to scalp, you know, 30, 40, 50 pips to the downside. Okay, fine. But higher low, higher low, higher low, there's nothing about that that says short, not even remotely. So sorry about that, but sounds like Aligua or whatever definitely knows what he's doing because he made 6,000 by trading with the trend on gold. So with this, you see something retracement. I would expect to see a retracement probably right around the 2,994 to $3,000 area. Someplace right in this area, I would probably expect to see a little bit of a bigger retracement. Oh man, yeah, I'm sorry, Justin. That does suck, definitely, but geez, that's terrible. Yeah, let's go check out the Nasdaq. I think the Nasdaq pretty much played out as. Yeah, I don't remember where we were. Oh yeah, we were right around here when we were. No, not even. I was looking at this earlier because people in my group trade this pretty often, and this is kind of similar to gold, but in the opposite direction. Look at this: lower high, 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 lower high. Unless you're scaling into a long, which unless you have a very large trading account, you're probably not doing that. You know, martingaling into a trade. There's been no reason whatsoever to think that there's a reason to go long on this thing, is there? I definitely still think that we're in a wave A, all the way up on the weekly time frame. Definitely still looking at this as a wave A. I would definitely expect one of these Fibonacci levels to hold, and I would definitely expect it to go up and make some sort of a wave B, and then down for a wave C. But just because I draw a little line going up doesn't mean that I'm going long. What's going to make me go long is seeing a Fibonacci zone with like a double bottom with a break of structure. Then I would go long on pullbacks, trading an A, a B, and a C to the upside for the ABC of B. So unfortunately, I would definitely still be recommending shorts on this 100%. Definitely, definitely, definitely. Yeah, I can look at the US 30 also, no problem. The Dow Jones. So it's very similar to the other ones. The Dow Jones, the Nasdaq, and the S&P are very, very, very similar. The Dow Jones seems like it stretches out its corrections a lot more than the other two. This correction right here lasted almost a full year, so don't be surprised if this pullback lasts, all the way until maybe November or December of this year. This could easily, easily, easily end up doing some really stretched out, crazy looking correction, like kind of like what happened over here for the better part of this whole year. It actually looks pretty likely that that probably is what's going to happen. Even though this is actually an extremely, extremely clear correction. One, two, three ways down, one, two, three ways up, and then one, two, three, four, five down. So that is definitely a running flat right there. 100% that's a running flat. So since that right there is a running flat for the wave two, because of alternating waves, I would expect the wave four to be a more traditional ABC correction. So I would expect this to be a wave A. I would expect to see some sort of a three-wave move up for wave B, which would be a percentage of this move down, and then probably down for a C. But I would also expect this correction to probably last at least until fall. And this is another one of those circumstances where there's no reason to think that it's time to go long yet. We're not even at a Fibonacci level on this one. Lower high, lower high. It tried to break right there, but I couldn't. Lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. My most recent structure level is right here. I mean, I wouldn't even think about going long unless I saw a break of that. And honestly, because we're not even at a fib level, even if it does start up, it's probably going to go down again to make, that 3, 4, 5 shape that we see at the end of every trend. So I would definitely still be primarily looking for shorts on this. Absolutely. Hey, Joseph, how's it going? Yeah, I'll definitely check that out. Excuse me. Hoping that the dollar does something, man. The dollar has been painfully, painfully sideways. As a trend trader, this is like the worst case scenario for someone like me. It makes me want to just take the whole week off when I see stuff like this, to be honest with you. That is terrible, terrible, terrible price action. Terrible, 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 terrible. So anyways, let me work down the list. I got pound Aussie first, and then we'll look at the Aussie dollar. Some of these look like they were going down earlier, but I don't think the move down really held, did it? No, it wasn't even down. It was the Yo Aussie, I think, wasn't it? Yeah, the Yo Aussie, Yo Kiwi, the ones that look like they were going down. That's why I had them highlighted because I was watching them. I personally think that we're in a big old giant wave three on this on the very high time frames, all the way up to the monthly. Nobody's trading the monthly time frame, but the monthly time frame is extremely important, even if you are trading like the 1 hour time frame. Because if you know that this thing's probably going to go all the way up into this zone, all the way up here, that's pretty important information. Yeah, it's probably going to take a year for it to get up there, but that means that like the daily time frame is going to likely continue to make lower highs, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. Even when it does start to pull back, it'll almost definitely make a higher low and continue its uptrend. So because of my analysis on the monthly time frame, I can be very confident that even when it does start down, it probably is going to just be another correction within an uptrend. Now, I do think that we might be getting dang close to a pullback, though. I got my Fibonacci extension on there. I'm at the 178% Fibonacci extension. That doesn't really necessarily mean it has to go down. I would definitely want to see a double top at a fib level and a break of structure, just like all the other pairs I've been talking about. Oh, hey, Soul Trader, how's it going, buddy? Nice for you to stop by. If you have something you'd like me to look at, definitely put it in the chat. So I'll be more than happy to check it out for you. I do think this is ready for a pullback because I see wave one, I see wave two. I mean, there could be a wave four in here someplace. Like this is the wave three. This is the, yeah, four. Now we're in a wave five. I don't know. Maybe this is a mode of wave correction, like a one, two, three, four, five of four, and then one, two, three, four, five of five. I don't really like that count too well because the wave four should be around the same size as the wave two, which it definitely isn't if you count it like that. It definitely looks like some sort of an ending diagonal, though, doesn't it? It looks like a big wave three, a small wave four, and a smaller wave five, which makes me think ending diagonal for sure. So, I mean, I definitely would still be recommending longs, but I would definitely be keeping an eye out for your fib levels and a break of starts to the downside to possibly stop looking for longs and possibly start looking for shorts again. Because I, if it does make a pullback, it's probably going to be like a several week long pullback, probably going to a percentage of this whole move up right here, someplace between 38 and 78% of the whole move, which is definitely a pretty big move to the downside if that does turn out to be the case. Let's go check out the Aussie dollar. My analysis on the Aussie dollar is actually the analysis of Philip from my membership. He posted this morning his analysis, and I totally agree with it, which is that this is a WXY. One, two, three ways down. We had a perfect ABC correction right there. I even went long right there, and I didn't hold it very long because it didn't turn out to be good. But I went long right there and took it up to someplace around here. But that was a pretty decent trade. But the reason why I didn't hold is because it made one, two, three waves up, three waves down, three waves up. It's probably going to lead to three waves down. So it looks like one, two, three down. It looks like one, two, three up. It looks like one, two, three down for probably a W, an X, and a wave Y. Probably down to the 61%. If you're just trying to scalp a few pips, this 50% probably is going to cause another bounce. Probably is going to go up and make a wave B of wave Y, probably throughout the Asian session, if not maybe even a little bit taller than that. So I would expect to see a little bit of a push up maybe throughout the Asian session. Maybe go up and like that, and then down like that for your A, B, C of wave Y is definitely what I think is going to happen. Looks pretty clear. Uh, you think you think it's going to break out to the upside? I thought it was going to break out to the upside also when I went long over here. But when you get in at the end of an ABC, if it doesn't just go impulsively, but instead it goes up and makes one, two, three waves up and then turns down, that means that you're looking at some sort of a 333. So, so let me just grab a drink. Okay, so yeah, anyways, I think it's gonna break out at some point too. I agree, definitely. I'm long on the yellow dollar from a little bit earlier right now. We just hit our target today for my lower degree wave three, so it might end up making a bigger pullback. We'll see what happens, but I was kind of hoping it was going to go up to 78% today, and that would be the end of the wave three, and then it would start a wave four, and then go up for wave five up to the second degree wave three area. The euro dollar is a pair that I trade most. I have my funded account that I'm trading right now, and the euro dollar is pretty much the only pair that I trade on that funded account. I was up almost $700 today trading the 5 minute time frame for like 2 hours. So the euro dollar is definitely my pair. I trade this pair pretty heavily. I still think it looks like a possible ABC, but it really doesn't want to fall through. So I probably won't hold it overnight, but it looks like a possible A. It looks like possibly one, two, three of B. It looks like one, two, three, four, five of C. But we need to see a break of structure to the upside. It needs to go up and break structure to confirm that it's going back up. Yeah, I think the Aussie dollar is going to go up too. And who knows? I mean, it could possibly just keep going. It doesn't necessarily have to make a WXY. I still think on the daily time frame, eventually this thing is going to break out also. So I'm definitely with you on that. I definitely think it's going to break out at some point for sure. I just think at this point it might go down and do a little bit of a stop hunt before, we can take out these lows before it actually goes up, maybe down to the 50 or the 61%, and then break out to the break out in a big way, most likely. Yeah, so yeah, I'll look at the pound dollar, no problem. I'm gonna look at the platinum and palladium, which I don't analyze on a regular basis, but I'll definitely check them out for you. This one is palladium, right? Yeah, this is palladium. I don't analyze these. I think that they're due for a push to the upside. Oh yeah, and we went below the 78%. That's not really a good sign though. Definitely looks like five waves down. One, two, three, four, five waves down. One, two, three, four. I think we're still in a move to the downside. It's probably gonna go down, finish the five, and then turn back up and make probably some sort of a correction to the whole move down, honestly. It could possibly just continue the uptrend, but boy, it doesn't look like it's going to. So I would basically have my Fibonacci on the last five waves down from here to here, because that's definitely five waves down also. One, two, three, four, five. This is probably an ABC correction. That's probably an A. This is probably three waves of B. It's probably going up to the 61 or maybe the 78 for a C, and then probably back down again. I think we need to go down a little bit more to finish off the wave five on the higher time frames. So take that how you will. You know, it could just go up to the 50% and then turn down too. So if you're looking for logs, just make sure you see that double top break a structure before you start going short. Just like what we've been saying on gold. The market will tell you when it's really turning if you are on the correct time frame and you're paying attention to your fib levels and you're paying attention to your structure. Platinum, palladium. This one's platinum, right? Platinum. This one's quite a bit different. Wow, that is like really range bound. We definitely got impulsive up with breaks of structure, so I definitely think we're gonna make another push up. Definitely should push up again. Holy crap, look at that thing. Wow, that is not something I would probably trade just because of how rangy it is. Holy crap. Wow. Wow, yeah, that's kind of terrible. Looks like a good place for a channel or something, doesn't it? I think if anything, it's probably drifting up. I think if anything, eventually it's going to go up and take out this high right here. It's just how is it going to get there is the question. Is it going to go up, grab some liquidity, and then go down, grab some liquidity, and then go up? Or is it just going to keep going up from here? I have no idea. I would have to spend some time on this and really think about this pattern. That is an extremely ugly pattern right there. I definitely see five waves right there. I definitely see five waves right there. So maybe this is 555 up. So that's 535. Yeah, that pop makes sense. So that's an A, B, C. I think the question could have ended right there, possibly. Hey Charles. Hey Garrett. So I think that we are probably gonna drift up and we probably are gonna start taking some of these highs, but boy, what a rangy market this is, huh? That's a terrible looking thing. Completely terrible. I don't think I would trade this. The 1 hour time frame, I guess it doesn't look too bad. Definitely a nice impulsive move up today at the end of a 1, 2, 3 pattern. 1, 2, 3 down. 1, 2, 3 down. Definitely makes some pretty decent corrections here and there. I would recommend longs, but I definitely wouldn't go long unless I saw a three-way pattern and a Fibonacci bounce. So I would definitely be keeping an eye out for more longs, but I would be very cautious not going long right this minute. Pound dollar. Wow, the pound dollar is also extremely range bound. I mean, I honestly don't know if it's gonna break out and go up. The trend is definitely up. The trend is definitely not turned down yet. So it could literally go all the way up to the 78% and beyond. I definitely think this is a wave one and a wave two down here, so I definitely think we're in a wave three. And the thing with a wave three is when you're in a wave three on the daily, weekly time frame, and you go down to the 1 hour time frame, and you're like, "Ooh, this thing's gonna break down. It's gonna go down, break structure." More times than often, it just makes another, 1, 2, 3 pullback. It just keeps going up. I'm already long on the euro dollar, and I think I would probably want to go long on the pound dollar too if I was trying to trade it right now. One down, three up, one down, 78%. It's probably going to keep going up, but I definitely would be recommending longs. But for me, the problem is this dollar index is absolute garbage right now. I'm not really sure why the dollar index is such garbage right now, but boy, it definitely is. You would be way, way better off looking for trades on other pairs besides the dollars right now. Besides the dollar pairs, that is. But unless you're scalping, kind of like what I was doing today, I was, going for 10 pips, 12 pips, 8 pips, little teeny moves on the euro dollar, trading like the 5 minute time frame, trading like 2 or 3 lot positions, looking for like 10 pips out of whack, 8 pips, whatever it gives me, really. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like the fact that it's not breaking structure, but on the 15-minute time frame, it kind of looks like it's making an expanding ABC. So I'm still holding on because I still think it could be a wave one, wave two, and go up for wave three. But if it becomes impulsive to the downside, I'm probably just going to take whatever loss and just move on. I made pretty good money earlier today scalping this, and now I'm in more of a day slash swing trade. So worst case scenario, I give back some of the money that I made from scalping it earlier. Best case scenario, if this thing goes up to the if it goes up to the 78%, I'm gonna make about $2,800 on this one trade, plus the $600 or $700 I made scalping today. So could be a $3,500 day if it just suits up there, but I don't really think it's gonna just suit up there by the looks of it. Probably not gonna do that. Probably gonna continue to range bound. But you can always hope, right? Hold and hope. Pound yen. Yeah, the yen pairs have been pretty painful too, to tell you the truth. I'm kind of wondering if this is going down, honestly. Not a lot, because I'm a pretty conservative trader. I'm long on the euro dollar. I'm long 2 lots, so I'm long 2 lots on the euro dollar. But honestly, I usually trade a little bit smaller than that on my personal account. But I have $140,000 in capital, so if I can make 1%, yeah, $20 a pip exactly. So if I can make 1% on $140,000, then that's $1,400. So if I really only am looking for 3 to 5% gains or something like that, I'm pretty happy with that. I got $100,000 funded account. I have a $40,000 personal account that are connected together, and then I also have a $50,000 funded account, raw spread funded account that I also trade. I'm a pretty small trader. I don't really trade big lots. My $100,000 funded account is over twice what my normal account is. So if I'm long 2 lots on the euro dollar, then I'm long probably about 4 lots on my other account because it automatically does the math, right? Because I have $100,000 in my other account, so my trade copier automatically does the math. I enter a 2 lot trade on my $40,000 account, then it's gonna times that by 2.2 on my funded account. So if I enter 2 lots on my personal account, then I'm really in probably about 4.4 lots on my 100K account. So on my 100K account, I'm risking about 4.4 lots right now to the long side. On my personal account, I'm risking 2 lots. So technically, I have about 6 lots to the long side on this. Pound dollar is trying to push up. Hopefully, the euro follows it. I still think there's a good chance that this could go down. I still am definitely sticking to my analysis that the weekly time frame is going to be lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower. lower high, lower high, lower high. So I'm definitely still sticking to shorts in a downtrend. I still think there's a good chance this is an ABC correction right here too. The question is whether it's over or not, I guess. I mean, technically, it definitely did go up and grab some liquidity from that high, so I think that there's definitely a possibility that it makes a five-wave trend to the downside now. Definitely seems like it should. Such a messy pattern on the sort of time phase, though. It definitely did take out that high by a little bit. So I would personally probably be looking for shorts, hoping that it goes down from here. It's a very messy looking pattern. And the reason why is because this JPY basket is a complete mess also. I'm kind of hoping that the JPY basket also made an A, a B, and a C, and then we're back into the uptrend. Because I still, even though I have a wave C here, I still don't think that that is the correct analysis. I have that there because that's my alternative analysis. My main analysis is still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up for a wave C, for an A, a B, and a C. I still think that the JPY basket's going to go up to here and then probably go down again. So if that's true, then the pound yen is going to go down to probably here and then up again for wave 5. I think we're in a wave 4 right now. So I think we're in a wave C of wave 4 right now, which means it should continue down and we should definitely still primarily be on the short side. So yeah, JPY basket, we just looked at that. US dollar yen. I definitely know what your favorite pair is. He's on there every day requesting the dollar yen. I like your thinking though, because when you ask for the dollar yen, you automatically ask for the JPY basket. The JPY basket tells you what to do on all the yen pairs, including the dollar yen. Just like the US dollar index tells me what to do on all the dollar pairs, except for gold, because gold does whatever gold wants to do. Gold is like, I always refer to gold as like a 6-year-old child at Walmart who doesn't get the toy that he wants, and he makes a big fit in the store and rolls around on the ground and cries and hollers and everything else when his parents don't buy him the correct toy. That's how I think about gold. I think gold is like a 6-year-old brat. I don't really trade gold. I maybe like 4 times a year I'll enter a trade on gold if you're lucky. I mean, at tops. I think last year I might have entered like 3 trades on gold all year long. Definitely still lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. Definitely still lower highs. Definitely still looking at Fibonacci retracement. I think it's going to go up though on this time frame. Oops. Yeah, right there. 61% fib, 1, 2, 3 ways down. Now we need to see a nice engulfing move up. If we do see a nice engulfing move up, then I would say it's probably going to go up to like the 149.4, 149.5, which is the 61% Fibonacci retracement. So I think that we are going to get pretty bullish on this. Definitely looks like it. If anybody hasn't done so already, definitely do join my Discord channel. It is 100% free to join. You do not have to pay a dime if you do not want to. 100% free. 5,700 and some odd people in the community. So definitely check that out if you haven't done so already. Ah, man. Looks like it might be trying to turn. It might be trying to start its move up to the 61%. What else we got going on? We got the DAX for so the German 40. I think that we're gonna likely start a wave 4 on this, just like we started a wave 4 on the U.S. indices. To be honest with you, this one kind of looks like it's missing a wave 4 of 3 though. Looks like a wave 1, a wave 2, but then it looks like a 1, 2, 3. Kind of looks like it needs to make a small wave 4 and then a small wave 5, and then turn down for a much bigger move, and then back up for a wave 5 to complete the bigger 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But either way, I think that we are in a wave four, probably a wave four of wave three. But boy, we don't have a break of structure, so I don't really think you can confirm that. I think that I would still be recommending longs in an uptrend because we have no break of structure to the downside whatsoever. Oh man, definitely made five waves down. Look at that. One, two, three, four, five. Impulsive up. I bet that's a wave A. I bet this is a wave B. I bet it's going to go up, make a wave C. Then I bet we'll get another five waves down. And if it breaks and holds below structure, which I didn't draw a straight line, but if it breaks and holds below structure, then that's going to be a pretty significant turn. We're probably in that big wave four in the higher time frames. So I think this is almost definitely an A, B, C right here, which would be a crutch into this last push down. Probably a wave B, probably a wave A. Possibly could be a wave one. Possibly could be a wave two. Possibly could turn into a one, two, three of wave A on the higher time frames. Like one, two, three, four, five of A. Then make a wave B and then make a wave C. Seems like the US stock market could probably have an effect on other stock markets too. What's the FTSE doing? Did the FTSE make a big drop? Oh wow, yeah, it definitely did. I don't really keep up with these indices very much. I only look at them when people ask me to look at them. FTSE made a pretty big push down too, didn't it? Big time. Probably some sort of a wave four. Probably a wave A. Probably eventually going to make a wave B. Probably eventually down again for a C, and then probably back up again. I think all the major stock markets are in some sort of a wave four. The S&P 500 seems pretty clearly to be in a wave four, and this wave four lasted about 90 days on this one. Yeah, 91 days. So I would expect this wave four to probably take us into maybe the middle of June before we get another push to the upside. Rumors are that Trump wants the market to crash because then they can lower interest rates, and if they lower interest rates, then when the national $36 trillion debt rolls over in June, they're gonna save billions of dollars. And even if interest rates only go 20 down 25 basis points, they're gonna save probably millions and billions of dollars in interest rate payments in June when the national debt rolls over. Well, it does kind of look like it could be getting close to the end of a wave A, but the only thing that's going to confirm that is an impulsive move up and a break of structure. So definitely still looking for sorts. Kind of looks like it wants to turn up, but hasn't turned up, has it? Hey, Dano, how's it going? Yeah, euro dollar is kind of a pair that I'm interested in too. The thing with the euro dollar is we just today hit my wave three target for the internal wave three, which is this wave three right here. One, two, three. We also have a higher degree wave three, which is right here, and that target is up here around these highs. So I definitely don't think the uptrend is over on the euro dollar. Yeah, doing pretty good, thank you. Pretty sick of how slow the dollar pairs are, but you have that once in a while, I guess. The trend is 100% still up. The question is it going to go up to the 78% or not? Are we in a wave four of wave three or are we not? We can't really confirm anything because we don't have a breaker structure yet. So far, it's still higher lows, higher lows. There's no breakdown. So the trend is definitely still up. And on the 1 hour time frame, I was still looking at this as possibly being a correction. I mean, it looks like possibly you almost have to go to the 30-minute time frame to see it, but I was looking at this as still possibly being a one, two, three, four, five of A. This is like just a weird looking way B from the news, the inflation data, and then one, two, three, four, five of C. But we'll see if it actually turns out that way. On the sort of time phase, it does kind of look like it's making some sort of an expanding. So if we get a nice bounce, hopefully it goes up and makes a wave three. But we are, the thing is we're at my target on the daily time frame for the internal wave three. So there's a chance that this is going to make a wave four that lasts around the same time as this wave two. So if it makes a wave four that lasts around the same time as this wave two, then we would expect to see a corrective pattern for the next week or so, if not more. That lasted 14 days, so we're only on day two. So that potentially could put us out until the end of March. We have interest rate for the dollar next week though, so I would expect to see some pretty big moves. We got interest news next Wednesday during my live stream on YouTube. We're going to be watching the interest rate news together at 6 p.m. GMT time or at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Not really a whole lot on the news calendar for the rest of the week. We got consumer sentiment this week, inflation expectations, and that's pretty much it. Unfortunately, the dollar has been just so painfully slow. Like I said, this is the type of price action that makes me not even want to be trading the dollar pairs whatsoever. Now, obviously, we're accumulating some positions here, but this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days in a row of basically no price action whatsoever. So basically, I would be pretty cautious about really any kind of longer term trading until we get some sort of a breakout. I think there's a good chance it might go down to the 61%. It might just keep going down, but we'll see if it does do that or not. It's been pretty slow going. I'm still kind of hoping that this is going to push up to the 78% before we see the wave three, but it kind of looks like we might be in that wave four. And if we are in that wave four, it's going to last probably about 2 weeks, and it's going to probably be pretty dang corrective. 1.1315. Is that the fib level? Yeah, that's the fib level. I don't know. It kind of looks like it could make its way up there, doesn't it? I still think there's a pretty good chance it is in an uptrend, and I definitely don't see any reason to think that the trend is over. There's not even a break of structure on the 4 hour time frame. High and low, high and low. It could make another high and low, and it could just keep on trending up. So I'm definitely very bullish still. Definitely 100% bullish still. We had some tariff news today about the euro, and I was hoping I was going to make the euro move, but didn't really seem to. We got a 78% Fibonacci bounce, so I was hoping that this was going to be like a new uptrend and it was going to start a new uptrend because it definitely is one down, two up, one down, 78% Fib bounce. Kind of looks like it could continue the uptrend pretty easily, doesn't it? So yeah, pretty slow day. Unfortunately, with Forex, you have slow days like this, slow weeks. But if you trade outside the dollar once in a while, then there's been some really good opportunities other places. The Aussie Kiwi pairs have been trending like crazy. The some of the Canadian pairs have been in a major uptrend. So sometimes you have to look for trades in other places besides the dollar and the yen, because some of these other pairs have been doing some pretty decent moves, while the dollar has spent 6 days doing literally nothing. Some of these other pairs have had some pretty nice little trends. So don't be afraid to step outside your boundaries and trade something besides the dollar pairs. So, anyways, kind of a small group today and kind of a boring week, honestly. So, if you haven't done so yet, definitely do check out my Discord channel. It is 100% free to join. The link for that is in the chat and in the description. If you haven't joined my website, then definitely check that out also. It is a membership, but it's extremely cheap and you get a lot of benefits. So, check that out if you're interested. I'm going to end the live stream here because it's a pretty small group and it's a pretty boring week. So I'm just going to end things here. I hope everybody enjoys their evening. And as always, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow evening. And as always, thank you and happy trading to everyone.